During every Portland Timbers home game, at the 80th minute, the crowd sings "You Are My Sunshine." It's part love song for the team and in part memory for this man's daughter. Jim Serrell made his living in the Oregon outdoors.
Well, I could never work inside, I'll tell you that.
He did a bit of everything, from logging to helicopter rappelling. But Jim's best-known job was out on the pitch. He wasn't a player, he was Timber Jim, the beating heart of the Portland Timbers and a bridge to the state's famous trade.
Having a chainsaw at the games was a nod to the entire timber industry in Oregon. Then later on, climbing a spar pole, and that was definitely a nod to my dad.
His father took Jim and his brother and sister to their first soccer match. It featured Pele on the opposing team.
It was electric. There was like 32,000 people there. It was one of the last things that we did as a family with our dad.
His father passed away shortly after.
My brother and I, boy, we bonded. You know, we were it for each other. We lost our best friend, so hard to talk about.
The brothers started going to almost every home Timbers match, and Jim fell in love with the spirit of the team. One day, he called the general manager with a strange request. He wanted to bring his chainsaw to the stadium.
Who is this? Are you nuts?
But the GM had an idea. Jim could chainsaw slabs of wood when the Timbers scored a goal. He was introduced as Timber Jim. Over the years, Timber Jim thrilled crowds. He hung from climbing lines, banging drums and revving chainsaws. He connected fans to an industry that built Oregon. In 2004, during a match against Minnesota, Jim was told he had to go home.
Why? What's going on? They were all here in the living room. So I walked into a room full of people, state police, all my neighbors, all my friends. That's when I found out.
His youngest daughter, Hannah, died in a car accident. She was 17 years old.
And it just didn't seem real. You know, Diane and I always felt that we should have died at the same time. That's how you feel, you know. I can't describe it.
When he returned, Jim shared a different part of his life with the Timbers community. He got up on the stand and sung her favorite song, "You Are My Sunshine."
And it stuck. They keep singing it. They sing it every game. And they'll probably sing it as long as there's a Timbers team.
The song at the 80th minute became a bittersweet tribute for Jim. It was a powerful reminder of the community that lifted him after the loss of his father and of the fact that his daughter was gone.
It was rough. You know, I'd go down underneath the grandstand and just cry, you know, and that's not right. Those people were there to have a good time.
Let's hear it, fans, one more time for Timber Jim.
Timber Jim retired. He was later diagnosed with cancer, and he eventually did 7 weeks of radiation.
I was mad as hell, and I just had to do something about it.
Jim, along with the crew volunteers, built a community garden at the Tualatin United Methodist Church. He dedicated the next chapter of his life to volunteering.
I believe that loving people changed me. Love fixes things.
It's Mother's Day, and Timber Jim is promoting the newest Spread the Love scarf. All the proceeds from this one go to the nonprofit newspaper Street Roots.
Here's the one I did for TEDx.
Spread the Love is Jim's life mantra. It comes back to Hannah.
That was probably the most important thing in our relationship was love. I like getting up there, you know. I like getting up there at 80th minute, and we'll sing "You Are My Sunshine," and I'm gonna have all the capos hold up a Spread the Love scarf, and we're gonna celebrate.
tribute to his daughter still echoes in the stadium 13 years later. Jim says he will always remember what came back to him after all his years as the heart of the Timbers. The love and the support when his family needed it the most.
That's what soccer is to me. That's what the soccer world does.